Hello.
Andre?
Yeah, this is Andre.
Hi, Andre. This is Dan of 𝗥𝗲𝗄𝗅 𝐴𝐻. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing okay for now. How are you?
I'm okay. Andres, you left a comment on one of my videos saying that you're homeless in the Philippines. Is that still true?
Yeah, that's unfortunately that's true. All I want to do is get back home, back to the United States. But let me, what has kept me from going back to the United States? Can I comment on that?
Absolutely.
Okay, I had a bit of a savings that has depleted now. That's why I'm in the predicament that I'm in now. And the reason I got laid off from my last employment due to the epidemic.
Yeah.
And was never again called back for any employment. And at the time, I was hoping that the governments of the world would lift this epidemic travel ban to give me the opportunity to fly back to the United States. I did not want to take the vaccine, and to this day, I have not had that vaccine.
Okay.
And the governments, not only America, but governments around the world, till now, require you to have this vaccination in order for you to travel. But that alone is not only the vaccination. They're telling you that you must be up to date with your boosters. So that means that since the first vaccine, you still need to take another 3 or 4 vaccines to be updated. And I'm very scared.
Okay. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Texas. Well, I was born in Colorado and raised in Texas.
Okay. And can I ask?
I grew up in West Texas, yeah.
And how old are you now?
I will turn 58 next month.
And how long ago did you move to the Philippines?
I've been back and forth maybe 6 years.
6 years. And yeah. How did you decide to live in the Philippines?
But that was due to my employment, because it was within the Middle East and Africa and just countries that were close to the Philippines due to my.
I see. And what area of the Philippines are you located right now?
I am here in what is this area? This is by, I think they call this Malate or Metro Manila.
Oh, Makati.
Malate.
So you're Metro Manila, and you think it's called Malate where you are?
Yeah, Malate. It's near the American Embassy. So I don't know.
Okay, so you're near the American Embassy. So how long have you been homeless in the Philippines?
I'm just starting, maybe 1 month already.
Okay, and when did you last have a place to live in the Philippines?
1 month ago.
Okay, and do you feel in danger at night in the Philippines being homeless?
I feel no danger, but I feel anxiety, I guess you could say, like nervous all the time, but not due to the fact that I'm afraid that I will get injured, but and like anxiety, like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do anymore.
Okay, and so do you have family or friends back in the U.S. that would be able or willing to help you?
Well, my family, I've contacted them. They are not willing to help, and most of my family is already gone. I have children in the United States, and I've also contacted them, and unfortunately, they are unable or unwilling to help, but they won't tell me straight up.
Okay, so They
won't tell me straight up. So I don't know. I'm 58 now. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what to do. I cannot draw Social Security because I'm only 58. And you cannot apply for Social Security until you're 60. I think the minimum is 62.
That's right. Have you visited or called the U.S. Embassy there in Manila or Metro Manila?
I've tried to contact the embassy, but it's just a robot. You know, they just forward your call to. You cannot talk to an American person. They just forward your call to another robot, and then another robot, and then another robot, and you cannot visit the embassy unless you're fully vaccinated. So this is another predicament.
I see. So I have no firsthand knowledge about the U.S. Embassy protocol, but in the past I heard that they will fly you home if you're able to provide them with a few names and contact numbers of family or friends. But it sounds like when you go to the embassy, they won't even let you go in and talk to anybody. Is that right?
I have not tried to go to the embassy. I've been on the internet, and I've called them directly.
And you get an automated call, and you just push 1 for this, push 2 for that. Is that what happens?
Exactly. That's what I call robot. One robot to another robot to another robot to another robot. But if I've seen on the webpage of the embassy that they state there that you must first make an appointment online, and that's even difficult to make an appointment online because of the robot situation that I've encountered. And you must be vaccinated in order to enter the embassy.
Okay.
Now, I'm sure prior to the epidemic, there was really, I believe, but I never had an issue because I didn't need the help of the embassy. They would have allowed you to go into the embassy and talk to a representative of America and tell them your situation, and then, like you say, help you and arrange to be able to fly you out because of your situation. But now with this COVID epidemic, it's just so difficult. So first idea I have would be to go to the embassy, and they have Marines that guard the gate, and tell them that you're not vaccinated but you're afraid of the vaccine, and tell them that you're homeless and you've ran out of money. Is that right? That's correct. And tell them you don't know what to do, you're afraid, and ask them, is there any way someone who's afraid of the vaccine can get help to get home? Is there maybe they won't transport you on commercial airlines, but maybe they can put you on a military plane or something if you test negative. I really don't know what the rules are if you're afraid of the vaccine. That's something I haven't heard of. So you do have an unusual situation, but I have heard around the world that it's true that a U.S. citizen can go to the embassy and ask for help if they've run out of money, and that they'll fly you home. That's the last I heard. So, before we're disconnected, can I try to contact the U.S. Embassy for you and have them call you at this number that you emailed me? I would very, very much appreciate it if you would. Okay, and I'll do my best. Also, is this your cell phone number, and do you have money to recharge it in case people want to contact you? In other words, how long do you have communications on this number? This is my number. Of course, I have a little bit of money to be able to put some load on it. Okay. Yeah, I'm just in a bad situation. I'm in a bad situation. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm calling you, because you were kind enough to let me know so I could try to help you. And I'll do what I can. So if they're willing to help you get home, it sounds like you're willing to go. Is that right? Yes, 100%. And this might sound like an odd question, but I know other Americans are probably worried about this. It sounds like you're ready to go home. Do you know, are there other Americans or other expats that are homeless in the Philippines now that you know about that have this same problem, whether it's because they're afraid of the vaccine or because their embassy is fooling around with phone numbers and they can't contact anyone? What have you learned about that, if anything? I have seen other homeless people, but not willing to talk about the situation, and not Americans, from other countries. But I have not met another homeless American here. That doesn't mean that they're not here. Right. But I've just not met anybody. Yeah. What would you say is so I was going to ask, it sounds like the main reason for you to be homeless is just your money finally ran out because you weren't getting reemployed overseas somewhere, right? Right. Exactly, and because of the refusing the vaccine. So it's not like I've been homeless for 5 years in the Philippines. It's like it's happening now, and I know I need help, and I should not be ashamed to ask for it, and reach out, and that's what I did.
Of course.
And, all I want to do is get back home. You know, I want to get back home because, you know, it's not the Philippines' responsibility to take care of me, and it's not America can help you, but it's also your responsibility to reach out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it is maybe the responsibility of America to help you. And I've heard they do. I've heard under normal circumstances that they'll fly you home and then it's like a loan. You have to pay them back or something. I don't remember all the details, but you can get home. There's other services too that the embassy will provide, but that's one of them I remember clearly hearing about, that they'll get you home. And it sounds like you're just getting the runaround because of the phones, because of this whole vaccine situation happening and your unwillingness and your fear to be vaccinated.
That is what I'm seeing. That's what I'm not saying that America is trying to, or the embassy is trying to blow me off. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the system that we have in place at the moment at the embassy is very difficult.
Okay, good. So how are you? So now I'm not in the Philippines right now. I spend a lot of time there, but right now I happen to be in Bali, Indonesia. So I'm going to be calling around and try to figure out how to help you. But what do you want people listening to this video to know if they're nearby in Manila? I would guess if you're near the embassy, you're probably maybe in Makati or somewhere, but near the embassy, do you know, are you within a mile or two?
I'm within, I would say, I'm within maybe 5 miles from the embassy.
Okay, good. And your phone, you think you can keep your phone on for at least another few weeks or a month or something? I mean, I'm going to do the best I can to do it sooner. I just want people listening to know how long they have.
Yes, I think I can.
Okay, good. So what do you want people listening to this video to know or do to help you in the meantime before we can get the embassy to help you? Can someone help you with food or some money or where? And if you're within 5 miles of the embassy, which my understanding is in Makati, Metro Manila area, Americans in that area or other people that have a kind heart, what do you need right now?
Right now, I need some financial help. As far as food goes, I was able to buy plenty of canned food, so that's what I'm living off now. Just tuna fish.
And do you have
tuna fish? So
if somebody wanted to give you some money, do you have a way that they can do that? Are you on PayPal or are you on a banking system of some kind, or what are your thoughts about that?
The only thing that I can suggest would be, I think they call it Cebuana.
Cebuana?
That's like, yeah, Cebuana is like Western Union, but it's a Philippine brand.
Okay, it's a Philippines version of Western Union?
Yeah, Cebuana.
Okay, and I have your phone number and your email. What do they need to get you money? Because they can, if they'll email me, I don't know, do you want to give out your phone number over the air or your email, or do you want them to email me and I'll give it to them, or what would you want to do?
Either way is fine. You can just give them my email. I mean, I can do it now over the air.
Yeah, if you want to, feel free to say your number and email, and then I'll put it on the screen too, so people can help you. But do you know how Cebuana accepts money? What do they need? What do they need to know about you to send money? Have you done it before?
I've done it before. I've not that I've received, but I sent.
Okay.
So all they need is, of course, they need an ID. So the ID would be a passport, would be my passport, and full name.
Okay.
And telephone number.
Okay. And so I don't really know. Is it safe for you to say your passport number? iPhone number's probably fine. Email, but I don't.
No. I will not say my passport number online. But,
okay.
But when I receive revenue or a little money from someone, then when I go to the agent, then that's when I need to present my passport.
Okay, so I'll just let them email or call you, and you can work that part out if someone wants to help you. And of course, they're not limited to.
Yeah, it's just like it's like Western Union. When someone sends you money, they will send you a tracking number because they've already received the tracking number. And once they have that tracking number, they can send it to you through your phone number, and you take that tracking number to Cebuana/Western Union, and you give them that number, and they punch it up in the computer, and they say, okay, you received $10, and I see your ID. And then you show them the ID, and then they give you the $10.
Oh, cool. Okay. Okay, good. So that's great.
Let me give you my number right quick online.
I have it, but go ahead and say it.
All right. It's +63 961 842 519.
Good. That's what I have. And I'll put it on the screen too. And what about your email?
My email is @yahoo.com.
Okay, good. That's what I have. I'll put it on the screen too. Well, Andres, heart goes out to you there, but before the grace of God go I. And I'll share this with my audience, and hopefully someone nearby will take you to lunch or do something. I wish I was nearby. I would. And I'll also contact someone I happen to know that might be able to help you at the embassy. And God bless you.
Okay. May I ask your name again? I think it's Don, is it?
It's Dan at Vagabond Awake YouTube channel. DAN Vagabond Awake is the channel.
Okay, Dan, may I ask your nationality?
I'm an American.
Where in America?
I grew up mainly in the farm country in California, but I've lived all over the U.S. It's a beautiful country, but I'm a big fan of travel now, so that's why I do this channel.
I'm glad that I came across your YouTube channel, and I just want to say that God bless you and thank you very much.
You're welcome, Andres. Thank you so much, and I wish you the best. And I'll report out to you by email what I find out when I make some contacts for you.
I think you mentioned earlier that maybe you would, if you have time, you would hold up.
Sure.
I'm tearing up here.
No, it's fine. You're fine.
Wow. You mentioned earlier that if you had time, maybe you would try also to call the embassy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to contact them and get around their robo or whatever. And I'm also gonna call a friend I know who works at the State Department and see if I can figure out a way to get somebody in touch with you at your number and your email. And oh, by the way, go ahead and write down the name of some, not on this call, but when we hang up, write down the name and number and email of a few family members. As I remember, I don't know why, but they ask that when you're asking for help. The U.S. Embassy will contact people, and I think it's part of the process. But if they call them and they'll try to get them to help, and if they won't, I think that's when they decide to help you. I'm very fuzzy on the details, but I think that's what happens. So they'll.
Okay, I send this through the email or send it out?
No. When the embassy contacts you, they'll ask that. I think they'll ask for that. I don't know if they do it over the phone or they invite you in or what. It's a little different because of the vaccine situation, but I don't know how they'll work through that. But I think normally, under normal conditions before the pandemic, they would ask for a few family and friends in the U.S. I don't know if it's in the U.S. or around the world or whatever, but they'll contact people that you know and ask them if they can help, and if not, then they. So they try to get people you know to help first, and if they don't help, then the U.S. government will fund your return.
Okay.
And then I think it's some kind of loan or something. I don't remember the details, but there's some kind of loan they set up. Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me if it's a loan and I can get back to the States and I can find a job.
Oh, I don't recall a lot. I don't think there's a lot of collection effort on the loan. I think it's more like a safety net for Americans to get home. And if you can't pay it, I don't think it's the end of the world. I think it's just they try to get family and friends to help first. So, but if they refuse or they don't have it or whatever their story is, I think the U.S. steps in then and takes care of it. And then I don't know what happens after that, but I hear it's not a big collection effort, but it's just a safety net for Americans. So
when are you planning to visit the Philippines again, Dan?
We'll be there. I think around April or May. I think we're going to try to sneak in there for 3 to 4 months. So I
take it you are fully vaccinated.
Yeah, we're both. Chung and I are both vaccinated and boosted. We traveled during the pandemic, and so we had to. We didn't really have a choice.
Your vaccines, you got your vaccines in America or please?
I got my Pfizer's in the U.S., and I was in the U.S. visiting family. My mother was sick, and then Chung was in Panama when she got hers. Panama was, the country of Panama was kind enough to vaccinate her, and I think she had a, which one did you get, babe?
And then after that we got.
Yeah, so she had one kind in Panama, and then we both got boosters later in Malaysia. So we're vaccinated and boosted. So.
Okay. I just I don't know. I'm just scared of the vaccine, especially at my age.
Yeah, I really, we had family members. There's a few doctors in my family, and I asked them about it, and they said, oh, it's fine, and I trust my family, so we went ahead and did it. But I think it's your right to decide. It's your body. I don't have any consideration for whether or not you should take the vaccine, but I looked into it, and I went ahead and did it myself. So, but I want to get on the phone here and try to see if I can figure out how to help you. Thanks for emailing me and letting me know your trouble. Keep that phone on, and I'll try to get someone from the embassy to call you. And I'm sure you'll get some calls and some emails pretty quick. I'll put this video up as quickly as possible so you have more chance of getting help sooner. And thank you so much for contacting me, Andres, and God bless you.
God bless you too and your family.
You take care.
You.
Bye-bye.